Hello, Catamounts. My name is Alexander Hoffman, and this is Chats with Cats presented by WeTV. In this series, we've been interviewing some of our amazing student athletes here at Western Carolina University. Today's guest is Jade Groen of the women's tennis team. How are you, Jade?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So we'll go ahead and jump right into this. Go ahead and please introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your place on the tennis team.
I'm Jade. I'm from the Netherlands. Funny fact, the tallest people in the world. I'm a junior on the tennis team, so I've been attending this school for 3 years now.
Awesome. If you don't mind, could you share a memorable moment from your athletics career so far at Western?
I think memorable moment would be actually like last week. It was pretty awesome. We played our SoCon tournament with the team in Chattanooga, and we beat Mercer in the quarterfinal, which was pretty awesome. Everyone was so happy, and we've been working really hard this season. I think it's the first time ever that the tennis program has won a round there, so yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. And not to mention you getting SoCon Player of the Year for women's tennis. Really awesome as well. Congrats.
Thank you.
Of course. How do you stay motivated during the busiest stretches of spring tennis and the not so busy parts maybe of fall semester?
I think just like having fun, keep having fun outside the court and outside the classroom, like doing fun things with our teammates, especially in the fall as well, like keep seeing each other and just do fun stuff to keep, especially in the season, like you want to like rest well physically and mentally, so you're like there the next day to be at practice and give 100%. So I feel like just doing fun stuff like outside of the court would helps me a lot.
Yeah, and I think you mentioned the team a lot, and I think that's something that our student athletes on the show end up talking about a lot, is the family feel within all those teams. So I kind of wanted to hear your perspective on that with the tennis team.
Yeah, our tennis team is really close. I mean, there's been a couple of girls on the show before. Like they said, we have many internationals, and so especially when we like came in for the first time, it was a big culture shock not being from here. And I think we all like, especially at that time, we grew really close to each other, and we had a lot to one each other. Like when we were missing family back home or friends, we could talk to one another and help each other out, and yes, just spend a lot of time. And even the two Americans on our team, they are very like far away from Western Carolina, so even for them, they can't go home either during break or something like that. So yeah, just we're all very close, I think, because of that as well.
Yeah, I think having that closeness from like how like removed from where you are from is definitely really special.
Yeah, this just starts to be like your second home, and then especially with all the people, it just feels like a family.
Yeah, for sure. And we are going to kind of switch gears and move into the next part of the interview, because these interviews are a lot more than you as a student athlete, you as a student. So what are you studying and what made you choose that major?
My major is criminal justice. I've just always been very interested in criminology and stuff like that. I watch a lot of shows, movies, and I listen to some true crime podcasts that from back home. And my grandpa was a police officer, so I think it's just kind of in the family. I've been interested into that.
So like CSI type work?
Yeah, that's pretty, well, he was just like a police officer, but yeah, that's definitely something I've been interested in as well.
Fair enough. How do you manage your time between academics and athletics, especially with how busy it can get in the spring?
I just try to not like pile up my homework and like near the end of the week. Most due dates are on Sunday, so I try during the week when I have some time to already do my work. And for example, when we have like an away trip and we have to sit in the van for a couple hours, I bring my laptop and do some homework in the van, so that then after the match when I'm really tired, I don't have to think about that anymore, and I just like got that out of the way. So yeah,
I think that's definitely a really good strategy to deal with that. And kind of another topic that's been brought into the conversation a lot more is mental health, and not only like in general, but also especially for student athletes. I'd love to hear your thoughts on its importance and your like how you personally approach that.
Yeah, mental health is definitely very important. The pressure sometimes can be a lot for student athletes or even just like everyone that goes to college. I think just remember that when you're a student athlete, like, and you go through like a rough patch or you're losing a couple matches in a row and you don't really know like what's been going on, just know that it's all part of the process, and there will be a next day. You'll get out of that and it will be better. And like I said, just try and do fun things as well outside of your sport to just keep enjoying yourself as well and not get yourself like under too much pressure there.
Yeah, I think avoiding the overworking yourself is super important.
Yeah.
Last question of this section: how has being a student athlete shaped your college experience?
I mean, it's a very big part of my college experience. I think just like that team feeling, like just going to matches with the team and doing fun stuff. Like we got to go to Florida with the team now twice now, to Orlando, and that's all part of being a student athlete too. Like that, like the gifts that you get from that, and it's been pretty awesome. So I think, yeah, like besides the pressure that you get sometimes, it also brings a lot of like beautiful things that you can do outside of just being a student.
Yeah, I think being able to see both the positive and the
Yeah.
super important as well. But we are going to move into our lightning round. So just 4 short little questions with some short little answers from you. So what has been your favorite class at Western so far?
I don't know about my favorite class, but one of my favorite professors here is Jade Groen, for all the CJ students that know him. I like his classes, and so I would pick one of his classes that I've been taking from him. Yeah, those are awesome.
Awesome. Do you have any pregame rituals or superstitions?
Before a game, I always like to call like one of my parents. They would just tell me that I got this, and it's just words that you like to hear before a match. And I like to hang out with my teammates before a little bit as well, just like release that pressure, just having fun with one another. But I don't really have like really superstitions, things like that. Just, yeah.
Awesome. What is your favorite sport to watch and favorite non-WCU team or athlete?
My favorite sport to watch here at WCU is basketball. Although we're the tallest people in the world, basketball is not really a big sport back home. So being here and being able to watch basketball, I thought it was like really fun. It's such a quick sport and a lot is happening at the same time. So I thought, yeah, that's really fun. And my favorite non-WCU team would be Ajax. Soccer is really big back home. That's my favorite soccer club. So I've been to a couple of their games with my dad. And yeah, that definitely has been fun.
Yeah. And last lightning round question, favorite post-game meal?
It would have to be some type of pasta. I just love pasta. Yeah, any type of pasta would be my favorite meal.
Yeah, we've heard pasta a lot on the show.
Really?
That's interesting to me. There's got to be something to it. But last question to kind of tie everything together. What is the best advice you received as a student athlete? And in turn, what advice would you give to an incoming student athlete?
I think the best advice I've ever gotten, and I would give to other like new coming in students, would be just enjoy the process. It's gonna be tough sometimes, and you're gonna not always feel great, or you're gonna go through these rough periods. But know that when you want to look back to your college career, like think about enjoy it with your team, enjoy fighting on the court. It's all part of the process, and it's also what makes it fun. So yeah, I would say that to anyone who's be coming in.
Definitely some really solid advice for incoming student athletes. That is going to do it for the interview. So thank you, Jade, for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course. We'll see you next time, and go Cats.